Papa. Okay.
Asante region.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Mama Chow Yepa, special good evening. And also Alexander Babio. Yes, Chama Yepa. Vincent, in the history of the Premier League, you have witnessed a lot of great tacticians. Talk about Matt Busby, Bobby Robson, the likes of Kenny Dalglish winner experience Premier League with great tactics. But from 1990 till date, two kingdoms in a ruling English football. The kingdom Alex Ferguson and the kingdom Pep Guardiola. Now, the reason why these two kingdoms are great, yes, apart from say these two coaches have more results, no, almost also create a certain dynasty, and influence no echo beyond the turf. Into check Alex Ferguson see. Apart from giving results, no, he created a winning formula. And that winning formula now say, so person winning games are who here attackers. But so person winning titles are who defenders. Into create a certain dynasty in terms of winning formula. And then again, apart from results, Alex Ferguson was more or less a father. He was more or less a psychologist. He was more or less what we creating a building philosophy for Manchester United. That was a very perfect dynasty. Creating with a certain winning formula, a huge influence on Manchester United. Now the kingdom Pep Guardiola. Pep Diano, apart from giving results, Vincent, or making sure say ever since I was stepping the foot in the Premier League, no, to a point, Obia was playing the game with a Pep Guardiola way. Obia football person the goalkeeper builder from the back. Football at least, person fullbacks na invert. Person possessive ball no inti. These are all factors that class Pep Guardiola, apart from creating winning tactics, no, was also creating a certain dynasty of the ball. In the picture way, even to the basketball last season, he influenced Joe Mazzola to win over Dallas. It tells you say, Omu created a certain dynasty, no more influence no I was to pa. But in between these two kingdoms, no, we saw some great coaches in the Premier League. In terms of defining the invincibles up to the Dubai team breaking the record in the Premier League. It was great. And then again, Jose Mourinho and Antonio Conte defined the fact say you can win the Premier League with your defense. In terms of system, no, there something unique in between the kingdom Alex Ferguson and the kingdom Pep Guardiola. And then again, we saw the thinker man say he defined Italian 4-4-2 with what we call the quick break, making sure so the Leicester City better unthinkable in the Premier League. Jurgen Klopp came with a pressing football, no, making sure say Obeka should be as a number 10, but we use my fullbacks and then again pressing scheme to create a lot of spaces in opening half. In between all this moment, you know, we saw great coaches who passed through the kingdom Pep Guardiola and the kingdom Alex Ferguson. But Vincent, so check Arne Slot in recent times in achievement in Liverpool now. Where coach Bakwa proud to the appointment. The English person Bonachi say on do club level, no. And then again, so if feeling about that coaches they don't have that winning spark, no. Saying the titles baby, especially saying dominate the English football, mean that winning spark in the baby. Until he was criticized, say, but Oban won't be something unique for Liverpool Football Club. Listen, Oban for now, he's winning the table of men now. Coach Oban Premier League faces on winning title. Until looking at those coaches, you say, Oban great, the Jose more Vincent. You can add a lot of coaches on your screen. Until it tells you, say, Arne Slot, no, though say he was being criticized, but coming to the Premier League, he brought a certain formula, a certain factor, a certain, AQ, and making sure and the game will transform to a certain level. But the uniqueness of the team is everything. Obefy a team, not the spine of the team was not stable. Especially this season, look at how Liverpool bought the entire season without a typical tailor-made DM. Sir Pep elusive DM or Brett. Go and ask coaches who believe in building from the back and possessing great football, and look at how they always want their game to pass through the second phase using the DM. But he played the entire season without a DM using like Gavin match or a successful. A different approach, cry. And then again, or making sure say even when Andy Robertson was not giving that class A performance, he was able to manage to bring these guys together, to string them together to get results. And then again, he played a season now on a coach Bakua or poaching number 9 for, but he played the entire season without a number 9. Why you know say a proper goal scorer? into one wing backs on I say wingers no complement with goals. And then again, time and a club on no. Player back on Liverpool fans. Instead of winning exploit was Cody Gakpo. Listen, Messi, the guy is called a liberated winger. Give him the freedom from the left. Not making sure say about exploiting the pace, no. But ever since I was not by no, Cody Gakpo have found himself back into the team is playing. And the reason why a coach is a greatness, they come with a certain formula, find a way to understand the structure, and do what we call adaptability of the game to bring the players to front foot such that they can play all together. And I think it's for this time why achieve the first in them me personally. No mean because before they come in, no, I say I say we don't no cast too much. But when he came, look, results no them more. By life, listen, whatever comes your way, accept it. Check the numbers, listen. To your point, Jurgen Klopp accumulated 97 points. It wasn't enough to win the Premier League. 92 was not enough, but for now, 82 enough to win the Premier League within Pep Guardiola reign. And for now, both coaches are dominant under Pep Guardiola kingdom. Now, listen, Jurgen Klopp, all the Arne Slot by account, and especially faces, listen, it is something great for Arne Slot, and I think say we must give it to him for that perfect run no, for Liverpool Football Club. No. And then from there, those say, I mean, or we take charge, Wabra and the players will break contract and some, but he managed to soften the whole thing and get the best from the players. And I think say we have to give Arne Slot the flowers no, and bring Liverpool to 20 Premier League titles from that perspective. But away from that, Vicente, pragmatism is the art of exploring practicality than theory. Now, it is always good to stay pragmatic. Say your rules, you go by it. It's always good, Ferguson. So I'll say, more be on phone, and nobody should pick your phone. It's always good. But at times, you must be able to balance pragmatism with results. And I say, with what we call purpose. Now, Ange Postecoglou is a pragmatic coach. Now, the philosophy there, he is known for the high defensive line. No? He is known, say, at least, I must get a certain overload. Oh, open an anchor's half. But I thought there was all the purpose. I can't game no. I was all this situation be analyze it. Use what we call the SWOT, the SWOT analysis going to opening games. Listen, against Liverpool, listen. Game no see Wolf Leo Anfield. No, listen. Check the picture way. When moments are who attack Liverpool are very good in terms of fast break, but count the number of space players are no more within Liverpool box. No, forgetting say you must be able to cater for the pace of Mohamed Salah. You are having the likes of Cody Gakpo to cater for their pace. You have the likes of suppose like more pace no serenity. You must be cautious. Say I have to get enough numbers to contain. Now, on the next picture, on time I born to fast, and look at the cover of players and not move the ball and take a picture away. This is Liverpool and Postecoglou. This is Liverpool team in terms of counter, we are very good. Even Serbia, Slot and counter attack, but they've been eating counter attack since Klopp. I agree, you must be pragmatic, but listen, you must understand the situation. In the check it, a pass and listen, check it. How many 4 versus 2 overload in wild defense? So, if show, but who players no a numerical disadvantage? It's always good to stay pragmatic, but at times, always balance pragmatic with purpose and with situations, and that is the reason why I have to speak. Tottenham Hotspur are 16th and only 37 points. Vicario, one of the best goalkeepers, facing 90 plus shot, and non conceded goals. For me, it's always good to stay by your rules, but at times, understand the situation and try to let people fix in for results. Hansi Flick are in 14 out of 14 in terms of Selco finals. Nah, Carlo Ancelotti, Vincent, one manager Eagles baby. He was able to coordinate the attack of Chris Pomo to get results. But check Real Madrid team where Camille said that kind of Eagles now also massage to get the system next to get an attack and work it for Carlo Ancelotti. There is a near say. On my Barcelona pressing attitude, no Vicent. Check the picture we did. We call something force them to play nonsense. Sabi, Vicent. Look at how Barca were pressing. In the no set because we find options from the white power. But someone say how many times Mbappe wait me execute set press. And Ancelotti have coordinated a lot of great players. But listen, he is losing the battle. The pressing scheme of Real Madrid and Nkoye, and that is one thing he is failing. we spoke about getting a certain some mechanical balance and a lot of balances. But listen, to get a certain pressing scheme, pressing formula, in the modern game, pressing is ruling. But Carlo Ancelotti is losing it. But listen, let's give it to Hansi Flick. There is in here, sir, to be able to transform Rafinha into a running spider is something unique. Because will be a running spider, listen. So, but with Lewandowski, ultimately running on the shadows of Lewandowski to create chances. So, but without Lewandowski, listen, check away moment to check Rafinha. Janano. While creating a moment, they can find Martin or even try to locate players who are Nimon, showing say, ordinary runs, on and off the ball, it created a lot of movement. He was known for the quality, but to be able to bring such things from Rafinha, no, for instance, Flake, he's done a Zoe man's job. And I always pray, say, look, always pray in life, say, when you go to tough times, play for somebody like Hansi Flick to come in your life to save you. Well, massage bad situation to a point, say, they're not complaining about finances, so things are working. But then again, Julius Kunde, Vincent, from center back, Mebo to full back, Mebo Vincent, he is now splitting lines. So splitting lines from a deep area. You need fullbacks, and only very, very understanding the game. Trent Arnold, they're primed to you and then there's more. But listen, this time around, Julius Kunde is breaking midfield lines and check press now make. Look, this is no coordinated. So couldn't depart me splitting lines with passes. While Brad the front three air press here, it tells you say Carlo Ancelotti is losing their niche in attack. And I think said also back up, and I think after the season is going to leave. And he's known for the man management, whatever. But listen, this time around, he's failed within coordinating the egos to work for him in Real Madrid.
Okay, yeah, so which one the titles? I'm a Brazilian national team now.